You ever notice how the world feels different at 4 a.m.? Dead silent, no distractions, just you and your dreams staring each other down. Meanwhile, 99% of people are still asleep, hitting snooze, wasting time, wondering why their life hasn't changed. But not you. Not after today. Because I'm about to show you why the elite, the millionaires, the champions, the unstoppable, all swear by this unholy hour. And if you're serious about winning, you'll stop making excuses and start setting that alarm. Let's be real. You know what late nights look like. Scrolling, stressing, wasting hours you'll never get back. Then morning hits, and you're already behind. But here's the cold truth. If you don't control your mornings, you'll never control your life. Think I'm crazy. Ask any CEO, any athlete, any person who's built something great. They didn't do it sleeping in till noon. They did it while the world was still dreaming. Here's the secret. Discipline is the price of freedom. Want more time, more money, more power over your destiny? Then pay the damn price. Get up when it hurts. Work when it's dark. Out-hustle the version of you that's settled for maybe tomorrow. Because let me tell you, I've seen rock bottom. I've buried loved ones, faced betrayal, stared at the ceiling, wondering if I'd ever win. But then I realized nobody's coming to save you. The alarm clock is your first test. Fail that, and you've already lost. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is for amateurs. Champions run on purpose. You think Kobe cared about feeling like it at 4 a.m.? Hell no, he cared about rings, about legacy, about being undeniable. And that's your choice now. Keep hitting snooze, keep blaming the world, keep wishing, or get the hell up and take what's yours. Because here's the raw truth. The enemy loves when you sleep in. He thrives on your excuses. But today, you fight back. So set the alarm. Stare at it like it's your enemy. And when it screams at 4 a.m., smile. Because this is where the war is won. This is where losers quit and champions are made. And I already know which one you are. Now prove it. Rise. The clock strikes 4 a.m. The world is silent. No distractions. No excuses. Just you and the raw potential of what your life could be. This is where legends are made. This is where ordinary people transform into unstoppable forces. You think successful people are just lucky? You think millionaires are born with some magic gift? Wake up, literally, because the secret weapon is staring you in the face every morning when that alarm screams at 4 a.m. Let me break your heart for a second. Right now, while you're watching this, someone out there is grinding while you're hesitating. Someone is building an empire while you're debating whether to hit snooze. The cold hard truth, the world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care that you're tired. It only responds to action. And action starts the moment you decide that comfort is the enemy of greatness. Picture this. Two versions of you exist. One wakes up at dawn, attacks the day, and builds an extraordinary life. The other sleeps in, complains about not having enough time, and wonders why nothing changes. Which one are you feeding? Because here's what nobody tells you. Every morning is a choice point, a fork in the road. And the road less traveled, it's empty at 4 a.m. for a reason. I know what you're thinking, but I'm not a morning person. Let me stop you right there. Neither was I. Neither is anyone. Until they decide to be. Until they get so disgusted with their mediocre results that they're willing to do what others won't. Listen closely. Your current life is nothing more than the sum total of your daily habits. Change the habits, change everything. The most dangerous lie we tell ourselves, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is the favorite word of failures. Champions don't wait for perfect conditions. They create them in the dark, in the quiet, before the rest of the world even opens their eyes. That's where the magic happens. That's where you separate yourself from the herd. Let's get brutally honest. Your excuses sound best to you because you're the one making them. The gym isn't too crowded at 5 a.m. Traffic doesn't exist before sunrise. Distractions don't stand a chance when the world is still asleep. The opportunity is there. The question is, how bad do you want it? How much are you willing to sacrifice for the life you claim to desire? Here's what changes when you become a morning warrior. You stop reacting to life and start commanding it. You gain hours most people simply sleep through. You develop a mental toughness that carries into every area of your existence. The discipline to get up when you don't want to translates into the discipline to keep going when others quit. I need you to understand this. Time is the great equalizer. We all get 24 hours. The difference, how we use them. While others are dreaming, you could be doing. While others are sleeping, you could be creating. While others are hitting snooze, you could be building the life of your dreams. The choice is that simple. The execution is that hard. This isn't about waking up early. This is about reclaiming your power. It's about looking in the mirror and finally recognizing the champion staring back at you. That version of you doesn't make excuses. That version doesn't wait for permission. That version knows that extraordinary results require extraordinary effort. The sun will rise tomorrow. The question is, will you rise with it, or will you keep hitting snooze on your dreams? The world is waiting for your greatness, but it won't wait forever. Tick-tock, champion, your time starts now. The moment your eyes snap open before dawn, something shifts in the universe. That groggy fog of sleep, that's the last stand of weakness leaving your body. When your feet hit that cold floor in the dark, you're not just waking up, you're declaring war on mediocrity. Every cell in your body will scream to crawl back under those covers. That's exactly why you can't. Because greatness lives on the other side of that resistance. Let me paint you a picture of two futures. In one, you keep hitting snooze. 5 more minutes turns into 5 more years of wondering what if. Your dreams gather dust while you trade your potential for temporary comfort. The other future, you become the kind of person who owns the morning, who attacks the day while others are still rubbing sleep from their eyes. 10 years from now, you'll look back at this exact moment, this decision point, and either thank yourself or curse your weakness. I know what the resistance is, whispering in your ear right now. Just one more day of sleeping in won't hurt. That's the devil talking. That's the voice that's kept you stuck exactly where you are. Here's the raw truth. Your life will never change until your daily habits change. And it starts with this one simple, brutal act. Tearing yourself from that bed when every fiber of your being wants to stay. This is about more than waking up early. This is about proving something to yourself. When you conquer the morning, you conquer your mind. When you own the dawn, you own your destiny. There's a reason every ancient warrior culture trained at first light, because they understood the spiritual power of aligning with the sunrise. You're not just setting an alarm, you're answering a primal call to greatness. The magic happens in those silent hours before the world wakes up. That's when ideas flow uninterrupted. That's when discipline is forged. That's when you build the unstoppable momentum that carries through your entire day. While others are groggily reaching for their phones, you'll already be 3 steps ahead. While they're complaining about not having enough time, you'll be living in bonus hours they'll never experience. Let's get brutally honest. Your current routine is creating your current results. If you want something different, you have to do something different. And it starts the moment that alarm sounds. That piercing noise isn't just telling you to wake up. It's asking you a life-changing question. How bad do you want it? Your response, that immediate instinctive reaction, tells you everything you need to know about your commitment to change. Here's what they don't tell you about early risers. They don't have more willpower than you. They've simply made the decision once, so they don't have to make it every morning. They've connected their wake-up time to their deepest why. When your reason is strong enough, the how becomes automatic. So what's your why? What dream is worth sacrificing comfort for? Keep that image seared into your mind. When the alarm goes off, the path to your best life isn't complicated. It's just brutally simple. Wake up, show up, repeat day after day. Before you know it, those 4 a.m. wake-up calls will transform from torture to triumph. You'll crave that quiet time. You'll become addicted to the advantage it gives you. And one day you'll look back and realize the person who used to hit snooze doesn't exist anymore. You killed that weaker version of yourself in the dark of morning, and a champion took their place. The sun's coming up either way. The question is, will it find you ready? The cold truth stares you in the face every morning when that alarm blares in the darkness. This is your moment of truth, the daily crossroads, where legends are made or mediocrity is cemented. That groggy, half-asleep version of you will whisper every excuse in the book. Just 5 more minutes. I'll start tomorrow. I'm too tired today. But champions don't negotiate with weakness. They annihilate it. There's a reason the most successful people on earth all share this one non-negotiable habit. It's not genetics. It's not luck. It's the uncompromising decision to own the morning before the morning owns them. While 95% of people are still lost in their dreams, the top 5% are already putting in work. Which group do you belong to? Because let's be brutally honest, your bank account, your physique, and your life results will always reflect your morning routine. I know what you're feeling right now, that knot in your stomach, that voice saying, this sounds too hard, good. That discomfort, that's growth trying to happen. That's your old self fighting to stay in control. But here's what they don't teach you. Comfort is the enemy of evolution. Every major breakthrough in your life will begin with you doing something uncomfortable. And it starts tomorrow morning when you choose victory over vanity. This isn't about losing sleep, it's about gaining an unfair advantage. While others are sleeping, you could be learning. While they're scrolling, you could be building. While they're hitting snooze, you could be making power moves that change your life trajectory. The math is simple. Wake up 2 hours earlier every day and you'll gain an entire extra month of productive time this year alone. What could you accomplish with that kind of head start? Let me show you the psychology behind this. When you win the morning, you program your mind for victory all day. That first disciplined decision creates a ripple effect of productivity. But when you lose the morning, you spend the rest of the day playing catch up. It's why high performers protect their morning routine like their life depends on it, because their success literally does. The battlefield is set. Your alarm clock is the starting pistol. Your bed is the enemy territory you must escape. In that first hour, that's your secret weapon. What you do in that sacred time will determine whether you live an ordinary life or forge an extraordinary legacy. The world is divided into those who take what they're given and those who take what they want. Which side will you choose? Here's your wake-up call. Literally, tomorrow morning when that alarm sounds, you'll have about 3 seconds to make a decision. In those critical moments, you'll either reinforce your old habits or create a new identity. There is no middle ground, no partial credit. You're either the kind of person who follows through or the kind who makes excuses. Your future self is watching. What will you show them? The sun doesn't rise for people who aren't ready to receive its light. The question isn't whether you're tired. We're all tired. The question is whether you're tired enough of your excuses to finally do something about them. Your breakthrough isn't coming someday. It's waiting for you tomorrow morning. The only question is, will you show up to claim it? The most dangerous lie you tell yourself every morning isn't, I don't have time. It's, I'll do it later. But here's the brutal reality. Later never comes. That magical moment when you'll suddenly become disciplined, it's a fairy tale. The truth is, your life changes in the raw, uncomfortable moments when you choose action over comfort. When you drag yourself out of bed while every cell in your body rebels, that's where the real transformation happens. Think about this. The person you'll be in 5 years is being built right now through these daily decisions. Every time you hit snooze, you're casting a vote for the same mediocre results you're getting today. But when you rise before dawn, you're telling the universe, I refuse to accept my current reality. That simple act sends shockwaves through your subconscious. It programs you for victory before your day even begins. Let me show you the hidden psychology behind morning routines. When you conquer the first hour, you create what psychologists call a success spiral. One win leads to another. That morning workout makes you crave healthier food. That early planning session makes you more productive at work. That quiet meditation makes you more present with your family. It's not just about waking up early, it's about creating a domino effect of excellence that transforms every area of your life. I need you to understand something crucial. Your environment is designed to keep you average. Social media wants you scrolling. The news wants you anxious. The corporate world wants you complacent. But when you claim those morning hours, you create a sacred space where none of those forces can reach you. It's just you and your potential, staring each other down in the quiet darkness. That's where real change is born. Here's what nobody tells you about discipline. It's not something you have, it's something you prove to yourself through action. Every morning when you choose to rise, you're not just waking up, you're strengthening your discipline muscle. And just like in the gym, that muscle grows stronger with every rep. Miss one day? No problem. But miss two? That's the start of a dangerous pattern. The chain of success is built one link at a time. Let's get brutally honest for a moment. You know exactly what you need to do. The information isn't the problem, the implementation is. You don't need another motivational video. You don't need another alarm clock app. What you need is to finally decide that your dreams are worth more than your comfort. That simple shift in mindset changes everything. Because when your why is strong enough, the how becomes easy. The world's most successful people aren't gifted with superhuman willpower. They've simply created systems that make success inevitable. They prepare their clothes the night before. They put their alarm across the room. They start with small wins that build momentum. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be strategic. Outsmart your weaker self before it has a chance to sabotage you. This is your moment of truth. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm screams in the darkness, you'll face a choice that echoes through your entire life. In that split second, you'll either reinforce your old identity or create a new one. There are no neutral moments. Every decision is either building the future you want or keeping you stuck in the past. The beautiful part? The choice is entirely yours. The sun will rise tomorrow either way. The only question is, will it find you ready to claim your greatness, or will it catch you sleeping through another opportunity? The version of you that changes everything is waiting on the other side of that alarm clock. All you have to do is rise and meet them. Every morning at 4 a.m., a silent war is being waged. A battle between the person you are and the person you're destined to become. That moment when your alarm shatters the darkness, that's your D-Day. The beaches of Normandy were won with less resistance than you'll face from your own mind in those first groggy seconds. But here's what the elite understand that most never will. Victory isn't won in the daylight hours. It's secured in those early morning moments when you choose discipline over comfort. Your bed is a narcotic, a siren song of mediocrity calling you back to the shores of average. Every minute you linger under those covers is another minute you're being outworked by someone hungrier, someone who understands this fundamental truth. The world belongs to those who own the dawn. While you're debating whether to hit snooze, your competition is already 3 reps deep in their workout, 3 pages into their book, 3 steps closer to their dreams. The gap between you isn't talent or luck, it's simply who wants it more. Let me show you the anatomy of a champion's morning. There's no grand motivation, no magical inspiration, just an unshakable commitment to the process. They don't wake up excited to train, they wake up because training is who they are. That 4 a.m. alarm isn't an interruption of their sleep, but a continuation of their purpose. While others are dreaming about success, they're living it one brutal morning at a time. This is how ordinary people transform into forces of nature. I know what your resistance is telling you right now. I'm different. This won't work for me. I need my sleep. These aren't truths, they're surrender speeches written by your weaker self. The cold reality? Your body adapts to what you demand of it. Navy SEALs don't thrive on 4 hours of sleep because they're superhuman. They've conditioned themselves to perform under extreme circumstances. Your limitation isn't biological, it's psychological. The barrier isn't your body, it's your belief. Here's the secret they don't teach you in school. Willpower is a finite resource. But identity is infinite. When you stop trying to be disciplined and start being a disciplined person, everything changes. You don't resist the alarm. You are someone who rises before dawn. This subtle shift in self-perception is what separates the pros from the amateurs. It's not about forcing yourself to wake up early. It's about becoming someone for whom early rising is non-negotiable. The science is clear. Early risers don't just accomplish more, they think differently. Morning light exposure regulates your circadian rhythm, boosting serotonin and dopamine levels. That pre-dawn quiet creates theta brainwave states ideal for creativity and problem solving. Your willpower is strongest before decision fatigue sets in. In other words, biology itself is designed to reward those who conquer the morning. The early bird doesn't just get the worm, they get the neurological advantage. Let me be brutally honest with you. Your current routine is a recipe for regret. Every morning you sleep in is another day you failed your potential. Time doesn't care about your excuses. The clock is always ticking. 5 years from now, you'll either be thanking your 4 a.m. self or cursing your weakness. The choice is yours. But understand this, opportunity doesn't knock twice. Either you seize these morning hours or watch helplessly as someone else builds the life you wanted. This is your intervention. That voice telling you to sleep in, that's not you. That's the ghost of your former self trying to drag you back to mediocrity. The real you, the warrior, the creator, the unstoppable force is waiting to be unleashed in those sacred morning hours. All you have to do is rise and meet them. The alarm will sound, the choice will present itself, and in that moment, you'll write the next chapter of your life with a single decision, to rise or to remain. The 4 a.m. club isn't about sleep deprivation, it's about life acceleration. While the world hits snooze, the elite are already 3 moves ahead. That groggy resistance you feel, that's your old identity fighting for survival. Because here's the brutal truth no one tells you. Your current wake-up time is the exact measure of how much you're willing to tolerate mediocrity. Let me show you. The dark magic of dawn. There's a reason monasteries have chanted at sunrise for millennia. A reason boot camps start before daylight. A reason Wall Street's most dangerous traders are at their desks before the sun cracks the horizon. This isn't coincidence. It's human optimization. Those quiet hours before the world wakes contain a hidden frequency where focus becomes laser-like and discipline transforms into second nature. Miss this window and you're already playing catch-up. Your pillow is the enemy's headquarters. Every extra minute you spend negotiating with your alarm is another surrender to weakness. The battle for your best life isn't won in boardrooms or gyms. It's won the moment your feet hit that cold floor in total darkness. This is where you prove your worth, not with words or wishes, but through the raw, unfiltered action of rising when everything in you screams to stay down. I know your excuses by heart because they were mine too. I'm not a morning person, it's just cowardice dressed up as biology. I work better at night is the anthem of underachievers. The reality? Your circadian rhythm adapts to what you demand of it. The body follows where the mind leads. Those who claim they can't wake early are the same people who miraculously rise at dawn for flights, interviews, or emergencies. The capability was always there, the commitment wasn't. Let me show you the arithmetic of advantage. Wake just 90 minutes earlier and you gain 547 extra hours this year. That's 68 full work days, nearly an entire extra season of productivity. While others are stuck in traffic, you've already crushed your workout, planned your day, and consumed knowledge that puts you light years ahead. This isn't time management, it's life leverage. The early riser doesn't just get more done, they operate in a dimension most will never access. The resistance you feel isn't an obstacle, it's the doorway. That visceral discomfort when the alarm sounds is the exact threshold where ordinary people turn back and legends push through. Every great transformation in history began with someone choosing discomfort over complacency. Your 4 a.m. battle is no different. This is where you separate yourself from the herd, not through talent or luck, but through the sheer force of daily rebellion against your weaker self. Here's the secret they won't tell you. Motivation is garbage. Discipline is delusional. The only thing that matters is identity. You don't force yourself to wake up. You become someone for whom early rising is as natural as breathing. This shift happens not through affirmations, but through action. Every morning you rise, you're not just waking up, you're rewriting your DNA. 10 consecutive dawns and your body will start craving that early alertness. 30 days and you'll pity your former sleeping self. The world's most dangerous weapon isn't nuclear, it's an alarm clock set to 4 a.m. in the hands of someone with something to prove. While others dream, you'll be building. While they scroll, you'll be strategizing. While they complain about not having time, you'll be living in stolen hours they can't even imagine. This is how empires are built, not in giant leaps, but in daily pre-dawn increments that compound into unstoppable momentum. Your future self is watching right now through the lens of time. They're either screaming at you to wake up or applauding your discipline. Every morning is a referendum on which version wins. The sheets that feel so comforting now will feel like prison bars when you realize what they cost you. The temporary warmth isn't worth the permanent regret. The math is merciless. Small daily choices X time equals irreversible consequences. This is your final warning from the future. That alarm tomorrow isn't a suggestion. It's a life-altering decision point. In that moment between sleep and consciousness, you'll write your destiny with a single action. The universe rewards those bold enough to meet the dawn on its own terms. Will you be among them, or will you keep pretending tomorrow actually comes for people who can't master today? TikTok champion, history is made at this hour.